Hi everyone, Marty Braden here. It's Wednesday night, the 12th of February, and day 43 of my journey to alignment. My power statement I chose for today was I will reprioritize my coaching page outline task, big long sheets of everything, this morning, and then I'll design the next two lessons worksheets. That was my goal for today. So let me show you something. Here's my journey to alignment. Lesson 5, it says, and it goes down to the whole bottom kind of design there, your journey to business alignment. Lesson 5, test your business idea. And then it shows the standard little 4 things that it'll be doing every week or every month, depending on the coaching package people have. So that's lesson 5. And the 2 worksheets are right here. The first one, I'm going to get it closely here. It says at the top, product or service evaluation. And it's going out and having friends and family and people in general to fill out this little worksheet and write comments of their product or service as a test, maybe even doing it for free initially to let folks really give a full appraisal of what they think about that product. So that's testing out the idea. And there's a separate kind of evaluation too. And so I got those worksheets done so that someone can go out and do a real test of their products and get honest with themselves again. That first step to success about their product being real or not real. So that's lesson 5 worksheets. And here's lesson 6. It says, come up with a budget. Lesson 5, come up with a budget. And there's the design. Oh, you should see the color of this thing in full color. I'm saving color ink, but my goodness, that is so beautiful. So here's the worksheet. Come up with a budget. I don't want to bore you with this one, but this is kind of a what you call a pro forma, Excel pro forma. It's your business name here on the up in the header, monthly cash flow projection, and then you have all the factors that you can change and do and manipulate, and it'll go show them all across the way for expenses, cash receipts, administrative expenses, banking, business loans, IT departments, whatever, and then the marketing department, and then the actual receipts that you receive. So it's income in and the expenses out, and see what the net is. And so that's for a whole year. It actually goes for 3 years. So there's a budget I can provide my coaching clients and help them sort out what factors they want to put in, and bam, it'll do it for them. And they can stay on top of that, checking their pro forma, as it were. So there's that worksheet for lesson 6. So that's what I got done. I put the designing of, I have one other thing to show you. One other thing I got done. This is so great. Here's lesson 7, all designed. Choose your legal structure, be it an LLC, a corporation, a sole proprietorship, or whatever. It's all listed out there. There's the design. Now I've got to come up with the worksheet for that. Here's lesson 8. This one is open a business account. As you can see, open up a business account. Lesson 8. Lesson 9. Oh, this is such a great picture. I'm going to pull this back. Okay, and that one is finance your business. Actually do the bootstrapping or whatever you're going to do it takes to come up with money to launch and get it going. Those are a design. Lesson 10, write up your story. That's a big one. Being able to tell the story, the one-liner is the thing that's going to make you stand out. Write up your story / approach. And then lesson 11, build and develop your business website. That's shows a woman climbing up that step by step by step. So there's that design. Lesson 12. Oh, lesson 12. Look at that beauty. You should see that forest and color and pathways. Just gorgeous. Market your business. How to market your business and get it out there. So those designs are all done. I now then have put onto Thursday and Friday and Saturday all the worksheet work on those other lessons from 7 through 12. So that's going to be exciting. Let me go over the rest of my to-do list right here. This is Wednesday's to-do list. The yellow ones was check merchant services account. I have a few clients that do through a merchant service gateway, and I get paid $100 a month for their situation. And there was a little extra expense on there that I need to find in. So that was one of my very important ones. So go check that out. And I did that. Fixed the pages where I had corrected these designs and the wording and the consistency. I had to go and some correcting on those. Go through and all the creatives of the podcast. Write up new I want to write up my next podcast 2, and that kind of thing. So I've got things I'm trying to get done, and anyhow, there's some that I didn't get done here. Let's see. I want to say something right here. I wanted to show you the bunch of names here, right here. I didn't get those done. You can see they're not checked off, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And so I want to wad it up, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm going to go through the questions of Croy, and I'll come to that. It's now time to answer Croy's Get Honest with Yourself questions. What didn't go well today? Or what could you have done better today, Marty? Did you wake up early and start strong? Started strong, stayed strong, ended strong. Absolutely. Did you start your morning with power? Absolutely did. The full morning routine. Next, were you productive throughout your day? Well, you saw I certainly was. Did you get most important things done? I sure did. Did you move your goals forward? I'm moving my goals forward. I'm not talking a lot about the social and spiritual right now and the intellectual. You've seen the reading that I'm doing and the listening to the audios and videos I'm doing, absolutely increasing the intellectual process, stimulating it so much. And the physical, I do little extras. I've expanded my physical exercise in the morning. It's 25 minutes, and I'm doing some real tough things. It's great because my tummy and my arms and my back of my neck, my legs are getting stronger with what I'm doing. So I'm excited about that. What about showing up for your wife? Was I kind, and was I present when I was with her? Absolutely. It's just a great thing, but it's important to think about that. And you're home and running and giving her a hug and giving her a kiss. She's almost expects it, and she should. It's so nice. She reciprocates back so well. It's just a great thing. What was the one thing out of the things you did today, Marty, that you know you can improve on? In other words, was there any failure you had today that you can turn into a tool of success? Well, as I was reviewing all the lesson creatives as well as the podcast creatives and their content titles, I found a whole lot more errors that I had thought that I had done. And so I think that I not only need to slow down a bit, but I also need to do a better job at proofreading my content. They say that there is no substitute for a human proofreader. And so I decided to turn this particular failure into a tool of success for my success toolbox. I not only want to do a better job at proofreading by slowing down, that kind of thing, but I also need to recruit another person besides myself, a second pair of eyes, as it were, to do the final proofing of all my content before anything goes live, before I get it to my web guy that I'm lining up to actually put it in there. I want to make sure that proofing's done. I'm good at it, but I want someone else to step in, that second set of eyes, and really make sure that it's all correct. So success teaches that words are powerful. And so be careful with what you write and say and put out there. And so I'm going to recruit those second pair of eyes. The next question is, what was my biggest success today? My biggest success today was getting not only the next 2 lesson worksheets completed and those pieces through the portal of my mind into the world of the physical, but I was able to finish the next 6 lesson creatives as well, which is going to allow me the extra time I'm going to need to finish up my worksheets for all the remaining 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, those other 6 lessons worksheets before the end of Saturday, which is the goal I set at the beginning of the week. If you remember, I said I want to get all 12 of those lessons worksheets done. So way to go, Marty. You're getting and even saving some time so you can actually hopefully get those all done. Next, what movies did you watch in your mind today, Marty? Did you make time for them? Well, this morning, Kathleen didn't have to be at her office until 9 this morning. The executives had another meeting they needed, and so they can let them have an extra hour and then come in and be there at 9 instead of 8. And so our reading time, our mindfulness time, our journaling time was expanded. So through this time, I was imagining all 12 of my lessons getting done and their worksheets all going and being on the website, and they could click on lesson 6 and bam, that would come down below here with a link to the worksheet. It was so exciting. I saw most of them come into my mind like little clips of a movie, all those different little pieces of worksheets. As each of these pieces bounced around in the portal of my mind in that movie, I imagined what each worksheet was going to be. I knew somewhat the topics, and so it's very coming more and more clear. The amigos are really going on to work. So how about this? How about this? Look at this on the screen of my mind. And so I couldn't wait to get working on them. Again, you have those exciting things on your list to do. It pulls you right to the office. Of course, I watched my Y movie 2 this morning, but after several minutes, I had to shut it off because it was getting pretty involved and it was taking up the entire time of my morning routine. You're supposed to break it up into 3 things, and I include a little bit in my mindfulness, but it included into my reading, it included in going, so I had to shut her down and get on to finish those things. So that's okay. The next question is, what's the one thing you did that made you feel successful? Well, I'm going to go to show these. All of these. Lesson 12, lesson 11, all of those extra designs done. Right here in my hands is the world of the physical, especially since my goal was to only get lessons 5 and 6 design and their worksheets done. I feel like I really have accomplished something today, just pressing on and keep going. It was actually enjoyable and fun because all that work the amigos did and helped me have, that's going to be good that you got your performance. You could do that. It was just great. Next is, what rate did you give for today's effort, Marty? Well, I most definitely gave today's effort an 8. I'm still looking for even more from myself to do each day, and so I decided to hold off. I'm going to get those 10 and try to keep them all 10s, but got to be honest with myself, and so I gave it an 8. The next question is, if this was the only thing you get done tomorrow, but you'd still feel like a success, what would that one thing be? Once you have the answer, put it into a power statement for tomorrow. I think it would be hugely successful if I can knock off the rest of my lessons all the way through 12 worksheets before Thursday ends. We'll see, but that's going to be something I'd like to do. And so I'm going to go ahead and make it my power statement and say, finish all 12 coaching lessons, worksheets, by the end of the day, Thursday. Bam! Okay, let's end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle of anything is possible. I'm grateful for the power my 2 amigos stirs in me. I'm grateful for my good health. Just think about that. Health is so important. Mindful, good thinking in your head is important. Not being stressed, being happy, being at peace, being calm. Having those things going on so you can truly feel anything is possible and not feel deflated or depressed. I'm so grateful for the power of my 2 amigos that stirs in me, and they get out there and they keep coming. But I've got to keep discipline to tell them to do. Otherwise, my subconscious then will just come automatically with the negative stuff. Because that's just, like I said early on in my videos, a dirt plant lot all graded out and is done. This doesn't sit there like that forever. There's seeds of weeds in them automatically. It's the nature of the world. And if you let that no specific purpose on that plot of ground, those weeds become tall and you have a full weed patch. That's the same thing with the power of the subconscious mind and the vibrational mind. If you do not have purposeful thoughts and send them on good assignments, they'll go get the proof for it. That's what's going to happen. You're going to have the negatives, and you don't want to be overwrought with those negative, automatic, human nature, how the mind works type things. So be sure, and so I'm making sure that my 2 amigos have good assignments. Those are their wonderful blessings, and so I just got a call about that. Those are wonderful blessings that I enjoy every single day. It's fantastic. I just want to make sure I add them to my gratefulness muscle. And so I think that's a wrap. I'll see you everyone tomorrow night, same place, right here at my laptop. But until then, I wish everyone a continued flow of success. Bye.